Hey guys, welcome to IBCade. Today I have a very special review for you. This is the Galaxy S24. I've been using this daily as my daily driver, switched all my stuff into this phone, and so, I've been living with it a few days and I already have a good opinion on how it performs, and I wanted to kind of convey that with you. I know that the S24 Ultra is all the hype right now. It is technically got more features and it's a better phone, but some of you might not like the size, right? It's not my cup of tea either. I prefer the smaller S24. I like how it's able to be easily pocketable and just easier to handle and hold, especially if you're a phone user like me, commuting and not driving, like walking around everywhere in the city, then this is definitely something that you might like. So, with that said, let's get started. Now, I just really want to say that this review is going to be like a rapid talk about this phone. So hopefully if you guys are in the market and you're looking, this review will tell you concisely what to look for and whether you should upgrade or not. Okay. So first of all, design, like stunning. It looks really good. I've had a lot of Galaxies before and this is my favorite. I've always said the back should be like more matte to have less fingerprint, and this year it is. So kudos to Samsung. I just like the simple design of 3 cameras here. I know they had this for a while, but I like it without the frames. If you're coming from the S22, they had the little frame. Personally, not a fan of that. I like the S23 and the S24 look, and I think they refined the S23 version. Also, everything is flat. It actually looks like an iPhone, to be honest with you. And that's not a bad thing because iPhones never looked bad in my opinion. So it's really not a bad thing. The only thing that you have to think about is that this phone is going to be, when it comes to holding it, it's going to feel different because it's flat. In some way, it's good because it's smaller, but for the bigger phones, it might actually, these feel a little bit more sharper. And to be honest with you, when you put a case on it, it does feel thicker and wider than like S21s and S22s if you're coming from those generation phones. Okay, so be aware that it is going to feel very different from the S22 and the S21, and a little bit more wider and a little bit more thicker, I should say, right? So not the most comfortable phone to hold in my opinion, but without the case, it's better. With the case, I'm telling you, it's just gonna feel wider. I have a Samsung case that I ordered. I'll show you soon. It's super nice. Actually, I'll show you right now. Here you go. This is the brand new S24 case. It's got this cool little cover right here, and this is like you can put your finger here to kind of hold it, or you can even use it as a stand if you wanted to. So I really like it, but I'm telling you, once you put it in this case, it's no longer really a small phone. It's a pretty hefty big phone, wide phone. And this case has been pretty comfortable to hold, but just letting you know, if you're coming from S22 or S21, you will be a little bit shocked. All right, so let's get to it. Screen, gorgeous, right? Always. Samsung is a leader in screens. Can't complain there. The fingerprint unlock, super fast. All right. It's the same ultrasonic sensor, but something about it feels speedier. It could be that it's the new Snapdragon Gen 3. It does feel more smoother and faster and reliable than the S22. I think that if you're coming from that generation and you liked your fingerprint scanner, you're gonna love this one too. It works every single time. See how it's just a dark screen, muscle memory. I know where to go. If you don't, then tap it right there. And I love if it doesn't fail me at all, like while I was using it. Well, unless your fingers are like, after you wash your hand or something. But overall, awesome. Next thing that I like about this phone, it's super fast. I don't know how to say it. It's lightning fast. I will load a site and it's nearly instant. Like, here's an IBK site. It scrolls super smoothly, and everything, all the articles, just instant. I could go to like The Verge, see? And I have an S22, so I did a comparison, right? And definitely faster. So I gotta say that if you're an iPhone user or anything else, and you get to experience the newest Snapdragon Gen 3, you're gonna be happy how fast things are. Like, it's literally instant. I have my site like just tuned for speed, so it's even faster here. But I'm telling you, like, I think that this is going to be the bar this year. Let's go a little more here. All right. So yeah, I mean, like, when it comes to speed and smoothness, Samsung has caught up. It's super smooth. It could be that it has a 120 hertz screen that goes to 1 hertz if it's, idle like this. But they really knocked it out of the park with the Snapdragon Gen 3. Now I know Europe and Asia is getting Exynos. I haven't tried that one. I'm hoping it's fast too. I heard good numbers from there too, meaning like for daily activity it's gonna be fast, but for the US or anyone who's getting the Snapdragon Gen 3, you will not be disappointed. Now, if you're coming from the S22 and S23 and your motivation is speed, I gotta tell you, it's not like mind-blowingly fast from those phones. Those phones are already fast. Like the S23 is very fast. So it's not really mind-blowing. But if you're a guy who like just uses the phone and likes everything to be quick, it's going to be reliably quick. So you're not going to be disappointed. From the S22, to be honest, I'm starting to feel a little bit of a lag already. And the Gen 1 chip was good, but it had a lot of flaws. And the S24 hopefully won't have that flaw. Like from my usage, it has not. Everything that I complained about in the S22 has been resolved. So to me, it's a great like 2-year replacement phone, which is what I think a lot of you are gonna be coming from, not from the S23, right? And just apps just fly open, all right? And like, it's just a joy to use, all right? One thing that I wanna say is that this phone has much better battery life than the S22. The S22 battery life was just bad. Let's be honest, it was pretty bad. That was my like main concern. Every time I used it, it would just die. And I was looking forward to the S23 when it came out, just because the battery life was much better. And then the S24 is supposed to be even better than the S23. So I think so far it's amazingly improved compared to the S22. Like I would use this and I would last 2 days, honestly. I even have it at the cap sometimes where it's like 80% charged and it's fine. I did 100% for this review, but I have no qualms with the battery life. I think it's fantastic. And I think many of you are going to love using this phone when it comes to like just using it all day, right? I think that the scrolling and everything is, of course, it's convenient. If you look at the AI this year, like it's just able to do these things. So that's how you do it without your home button. If you're wondering, there's a little bar right here. If you use the gestures, you can just press that little bar. This bar does not go away, by the way. If you like the clean look, I'm sorry, to use the AI gesture, you need this bar. You need to hold it, and then it just finds things on your screen, right? So much more fun to use than Google Lens. This thing is not new. Like this, I have no idea what this is. So like, I would click that, and then I would just circle that, and let's see what Google Lens thinks it is. And it tells you right here, a retro-inspired Switch and PC controller. That is cool. Like it's the convenience of it that I like, and I do find myself using it. And there's a lot of other AI trickery here with cameras and pictures. I'm sure you saw in other reviews. I don't really want to get into that. You could literally like change an entire photograph, take your entire family out, and just have a selfie if you wanted to. A lot of AI magic, and it's pretty fast. But am I going to use it that much? I'm not sure yet. Maybe if I want the perfect shot, I will. Okay, so there you go. My basic review of this is that it's super fast, battery life is very good, screen is outstanding. Oh, no, wait. Actually, let's talk about one thing about the screen. This is actually in the forums right now. The S24 has a much more natural look in the screens. So like, what I mean is if you're coming from the S22 and you have the S22 like side by side, you're gonna notice that this one looks more tinted, like more natural pastel colors, less vivid. And there's two camps to this. One camp is saying, hey, you know, this looks better. This is how it's gonna be. This is good for your eyes. That's one camp. The second camp is on January 31st, they're gonna release an update that's gonna help us change that, and that's a bug. So change that bug, fix that bug so that it looks much more brighter and vivid. It could be that a lot of Samsung users are already used to kind of like a vivid tone. A lot of the earlier AMOLED displays had more saturation, so that could be something that Samsung has decided to completely change this year. I'm not sure. But if you go to the display and it's really hard to show this in just through one phone, right? But if you go here and then you go to the adaptive color tone and everything, like this thing is not really changing, right? So people are saying that you can't really change this white balance, so it is a bug. We'll see. It's going to be January 31st in 2 days. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they do fix it if it is. But so far, I've gotten used to it, to be honest. I keep it in vivid and it still looks pretty natural to me. I've gotten used to it, but if I compare it to my S22, I can clearly see a difference. And you're going to see it too. 100% you're going to see it. So it just depends on your preference, all right? Of course, One UI 6.1, very clean. They cleaned it up. Android is pretty good these days, especially the One UI version of it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's very easy to maneuver. It's organized. You know where these categories are. I love how you can do gestures where you just swipe down for notifications. Like once you're used to this, you can't go back, by the way. You can't go back to iPhone. Honestly, like pulling down from here is just a hassle for big screens. So I love that they keep these gestures and you can customize these a lot. Like everything can be customized. So thank you, Samsung, for allowing us to continue to customize. And this year, the phone is great. The camera is great. Let me show you one night picture. So here's one right here that I took a picture of. Just the local bar, the neon sign and everything. It doesn't cause any image cloud or ghosting. It's just super clear, right? Super clear. So you could read words, super clean. The daytime photos are really good. The cameras didn't change this year, but that's AI, and the chip is able to make your pictures look much better. So definitely enjoy the night pictures. Here's another one right here. Just random signs that can be read perfectly right here. So yeah, like this is the Manhattan city at night, and you can read everything perfectly. Like, and it was pretty dark there, but as you can tell, like it's very, very sharp even at nighttime. So you're gonna love the picture quality of the S24. It's gonna be on par with a lot of things. If you feel like you need to get a bigger phone that has better camera features, definitely go with the Ultra. It is going to be bigger and the camera is going to be much better in my opinion. But I'd say like for casual shooters, the S24 is enough. The video taking quality is also very good. I'll do a separate video on all this later. I just want to tell you, like, if you're coming from S22, if you're coming from an older phone, you're not going to be disappointed. All right. Okay, so This phone right here is what I'd say, my favorite so far in the S24 line. Hopefully, I've convinced some of you that if you want to come to from S22 to S24 for battery life, you should do it. If you can still, if you're used to the battery life in the S22 or S21 and you want to wait another year, next year is going to be probably better. But, if you're on the fence, there's a good trade-in deal. I think that you'll really like a lot of the new things here. I think that there was some things that, I wish Samsung did, like, Wi-Fi 7, for example. This phone's going to be around for 7 years from OS. I wish it was at least equipped with Wi-Fi 7 and enabled. I know the Ultra does, but this one doesn't. It's kind of unfortunate, but a lot of people don't have Wi-Fi 7 routers, so we'll be okay. All right, and the screen 1080p, perfectly fine. It's a small screen. You're gonna love it. So that's my quick review. Actually, it's a little bit longer than I thought. I just really want to talk about the main points, main parts. If you have any questions about this daily usage, about the S24, drop a comment and we'll talk about it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. It'll be more about this phone, more pictures, more camera tests, and maybe even an update about the battery life. All right? Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next.